welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, October the 1st, 2019. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, record low unemployment numbers continue to prevail in the state, and we'll talk with the Tullahoma Fire Department about burn permits during the current drought. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
It was us. We let the dogs out. Bark in the Park is Saturday, November 2nd from 10 until 2 at Wagner Park. Come out and help support the Tullahoma Animal Shelter's Medical Fund during a day of barking family fun that includes dog contests, grooming, pup paw art, a bounce house, and more. Contact Jeff Wilson at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter to learn more.
Welcome back. Unemployment rates for each of Tennessee's 95 counties decreased during August. According to data released Friday by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, unemployment is now less than 5% in 89 of the state's counties. The August rate is in 6 counties, currently rest at 5% or greater. TDLWD Commissioner Jeff McCord said, quote, many counties saw unemployment decrease by more than a percentage point in August, while several dropped by 2 percentage points. Sevier and Williamson County had Tennessee's lowest unemployment in August with a rate of 2.5%. Williamson County's rate dropped by 0.7 of a percentage point when compared to the previous month, while Sevier County decreased by 0.8 of a percentage point.
At 2.6%, Davidson and Cheatham counties had the next lowest rates in the state. When compared to July, Davidson County saw a decrease of 0.6 of a percentage point, and Cheatham County experienced a 0.7 of a percentage point drop in unemployment. Clay County recorded the state's highest August unemployment rate at 6.1%, but that represents a 1.9% drop from July's rate. Statewide, seasonally adjusted unemployment across Tennessee held steady in August, matching July's rate of 3.5%. Nationally, the seasonally adjusted unemployment rate also remained the same in August at 3.7% for the second consecutive month. In the immediate area, Warren County has an unemployment rate of 3.9%. Bedford County reported a 3.8% rate, while Coffee and Franklin County came in at 3.3%, and Moore County had the area's lowest rate of 3.2%.
Maggie Regaha is the most recent Tullahoma honorary alderman. Let's watch as Mayor Lane Curley makes the announcement.
So you see that we have a new individual joined us this evening. We're very pleased to welcome Miss Maggie Regaha. Hopefully I got that sort of close. But she is wait until you hear some of this resume. She's a very, very impressive young lady. Then I'm anxious for you to hear from her directly some things as well. She's a senior at Kelman High School. She has taken honors geometry, AP English language, composition, AP biology, honors Spanish. She has participated, she's a member of HOSA, Health Occupational Students of America. She's been invited to attend the Congress of Future Medical Leaders. She is now doing a course by Dr. Amin on the brain. She's also doing advanced science writing research through 2 Nobel laureates. She's the pianist for the high school choir. She's an alderman in the Mayor's Youth Council. She participated in the Scholars Bowl last year, the Quiz Bowl. She's a member of the National Honor Society. She's the captain of the debate team. She plays the violin in the University of the South Symphony Orchestra. I've been doing this a long time. I don't know that I've read anybody's quite as impressive as this one. It just goes on. She takes piano lessons. She's making a CD of her singing. She plays the piano for different churches. She works with a group of children at a church near her home. She's a lifeguard. She has been to India on a mission trip. So very, very impressive young lady. So Meti, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, right now, as you heard, I'm working on singing, and I'm working with these group of young people, and it's really interesting to see how it can change them. And the debate team is something that me and like 2 other students have started this year at our school, and so it's getting hard to get it up to the front, but it's really been fun, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. What about your college plans?
I'm still looking. I'm applying right now. My top choice would be Brown or Vanderbilt, but I'm also looking at Southern Adventist University. Hopefully to do a bio major and become a physician like my father.
Very nice. Very impressive. Yeah. So we're glad you're here. Meti, if you would stand there at your desk, and we'll have a certificate for you recognizing you as an honorary alderman tonight. Meti, thank you for being with us tonight.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We've had a long, hot summer. It's football time here in Tullahoma, and with that comes fall weather. It's a great time for you to schedule your fall maintenance checks so we can help keep you comfortable. Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration would like to congratulate the class of 2020.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. John Gray spoke with Melissa Allen and Deputy Fire Marshal Richard Steiner from the Tullahoma Fire Department about the issuance of burn permits in the city.
I'm glad to have our buddies from the Tullahoma Fire Department here today, Melissa Allen and Richard Steiner. And so you're here today to talk about the exact same thing as how critical it is right now that people go through the proper channels before they burn anything, right?
Right. We always have everyone needs to call in to the Tullahoma Fire Department to get a burn permit. Mm-hmm. And you can call 455-0936 to get a burn permit. And we actually have a website now, and it's www.tullahomatn.gov/leaf burning. And they can get a burn permit through that. And we have our Facebook page, and I always post if we are burning or if we're not burning
on
our
the
Tullahoma
Facebook
Fire Department webpage. All you have to do is get on Facebook and like us on there, and I post it every day if we're burning or if we're not burning. Right now we are not burning anything
anywhere.
Anything in the Tullahoma city limits until we have a substantial rainfall. And I'm not really for sure. Our deputy fire marshal here can tell us if we can burn food out there on the grill.
Outdoor cooking is permitted.
Okay. So
and we haven't gotten to the point yet where charcoal would be banned also. The state did put a ban restriction within 500 feet of forested areas. They pulled the permitting time back. It normally starts October 15th. This year they started it yesterday, the 23rd. So people who are in the counties and whatnot would be required to call state forestry to get burn permits. We in the city of Tullahoma, along with Manchester and a few others, Murfreesboro I know, have decided to go ahead and withhold issuing burn permits until we get the rain that Melissa was talking about.
Okay.
It's just for safety.
This is dry as it's been, and I don't know when.
2016 maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's when
and
we
had
had
such a wet spring. It was wet for so long. Well, we're paying for it now.
Right.
All it takes is one flying brand to get out and land in some grassy area with a little wind, and we have a serious wildland fire, and that's why the precautions are here.
Right.
The fire department, our fire department, isn't really a wildland firefighting group of people. Forestry has the heavy equipment they can bring it out. We'll do our best to control and extinguish, but we're really more set up for structural fires and that kind of thing.
This gentleman right here has been around for quite some time. He is our fire inspector, and he's the guy who goes in for the fire department on new construction and refurbished construction to make sure that things are properly done, because our codes as far as fire are concerned over the past 20-25 years have changed drastically.
Absolutely.
Sprinkling, what has to be sprinkled, what has to be done, how it's properly done, square footages and stuff. And Richard's the guy who goes in and
we're glad to help anybody.
And glad to help. And sometimes you think, well, I don't need that. Well, you want to open your store or your building, yeah, you need that. So,
right.
And it's not that Richard's a bad guy. Richard's just doing his job.
Well, thank you for that.
It's to keep, particularly if you're in a business application, you're responsible for the people that are inside your building, your employees, your customers. And if he's not doing his job, everybody's going to get in a problem if something happens.
The best way to keep everybody safe is to prevent a fire.
That's right.
And that's what I'm into, fire prevention.
Right.
Unfortunately, I also do fire investigation if something did get out of the...
Right.
Of course, anybody that needs a free smoke alarm in the Tullahoma city limits can come see me or call me at the Tullahoma Fire Department. I'm more than happy to help anyone that needs some free smoke alarms. So.
Very good.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we packed. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. And I grow and get bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. Representatives from the local chapter of the National Association of Mental Health stopped by recently to talk about a class they will be starting this weekend.
I always love having these two ladies on the show with me from the Mental Health NAMI Association, National Association of Mental Health. This is the sisters. You can tell that they look a little bit like sisters.
Yeah.
This is Pam.
Nope.
This is Pam.
Yeah.
I know Pam Henson and Brenda Hirschberger, and they are going to do a class that we're going to talk about. Did I pronounce your last name?
You
correctly?
did. You did good.
Okay. Am I getting better?
You did
All
good.
Let's first talk about sort of what you all
what
do.
NAMI is. NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and it's a grassroots group of volunteers. It's all volunteer, and NAMI's vision statement is to enhance the lives of those affected by mental illness,
and that includes
caretakers as well as those with a mental illness. What Pam and I do is we do classes for family members, friends and family members of those affected with mental illness. And we also facilitate a support group that meets the first Thursday of every month at the First Presbyterian Church in Manchester.
And we want to give them a big plug. How great it is that the First Presbyterian Church offers up a room and space for you all to do your classes.
Yes.
We're very blessed that they
the meetings once a month.
Reverend C.J. Thompson there has worked with us. He's very easy to get along with, and he believes in what we do.
Yes.
So.
And Pam, when you first started doing this, what made you get into this association?
At the time, we have a brother that was older, and we always knew he was a little different, but you know, we never knew why.
Right.
We thought our mom spoiled him, so
right,
and because he was the youngest, and he at an older age was diagnosed with autism, high functioning autism, Asperger's, and so he lived with me, and it was very hard for me because he did things different. He's kind of a hoarder and things like that, and so
you wanted to fix him,
right.
When she looked at him, she saw a 50-year-old man.
Well, he's 6'5",
but he has a lower mentality of a teenage boy.
Right.
And so it was difficult for her dealing with him because she thought he should be able to do these things.
And that's one of the biggest problems and that's why your association is so important.
Yes.
Pam and I will be starting a class for family caregivers, friends and families, people who want to learn how to better communicate with their loved ones about mental illness. Starts on Saturday, October 5th, and this is a 12-week class called Family to Family, and it's difficult to get people to commit to 12 consecutive weeks. So what we're going to do is do Saturday classes, and we'll do two classes per Saturday.
Okay.
Starts October 5th, we'll end at November 16th.
And what is the time span?
We'll start at 9 o'clock, and we'll do one class from like 9 to noon, and then we'll break for a sack lunch. We'll have them bring a sack lunch with them. And then the other class will run from like 12:30 to 3 o'clock.
That's a lot of work for you, but I think it's a good idea. A 6 weeks class, but it would be an
versus
8,
double. And we can cover more materials and be more in depth. These classes that we teach are totally free. There's no charge. NAMI is a totally volunteer organization, and we are
you do accept donations.
We do accept donations.
And I want it. There is the address right there. If you ever wanted to donate to this association's wonderful cause, and I think if you're a person, you don't even know if anybody around you, but you're wondering why do they act so different.
1 in 5 people have a mental. 1 in 5 people have a mental illness.
1 in 5. I just have to tell y'all, I love what you're doing, and I want you to come back.
Thank you.
We will.
More News Leader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. Check out the 2018 Ford F-150 as low as $34,739. That's Russell Barnett Ford on 41A in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. John Gray talked last week with Patsy Howard, who heads up the Hospice Foundation, about an upcoming fundraiser.
I have a lovely lady with me today, Miss Patsy Howard, and Patsy is with the Hospice of the Highland Rim Foundation. Good day, dear.
Good day,
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
All right. What Patsy's going to do now is tell us about where the foundation is right now and what you have to do to serve people, the type of people you serve, and how you go about finding funding.
We go about finding funding. We apply for grants to different organizations. We just this year got a $5,000 grant from Nashville Predators, which
wonderful.
was wonderful.
Yeah.
The Community Foundation, we applied there. United Way of Highway 55, both here in Coffee County, and then we applied for United Way of Bedford County, and have received grants from them.
Wonderful.
But most of our money is from donations from different people. Say a loved one died and you made a memorial in honor of your loved one. And we have our two big fundraisers a year. We have the big payback, and then we have our 5K run that we're going to be doing here in October.
So, excuse me, my throat all of a sudden is frogged up. 5K run, so that's going to be in October, and what does that entail?
We're going to have a 5K turkey trot run / walk and a 1 mile fun run out at Tim's Ford State Park. And they're going to start out at the Visitor Center, and then they go through the woods, and they have a paved trail that they'll do, and they'll come back and we'll give out medals and trophies, and we have a first and second place prizes for each age category, both male and female.
Wonderful.
So it'll be October the 12th. The race starts at 9, but registration begins at 7:30.
7:30, okay.
And the fee is $35. If you have a team of 5, it'd be $20.
Okay, per person.
Per person.
Yeah. And you're doing it out there at the state park. You're having a turkey trot. There will be some real turkeys out there trotting.
There could be. There's a lot of. It goes through the nature trails and everything.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's
we have a lot of walkers
place.
That'll be walking the trail also, and
I'm sure there'll be some type of refreshments there.
Yes, they come back and we'll have refreshments and give out the medals and the prizes for the first and second.
Well, that's wonderful. Type of client, and I know maybe you don't do all of this, but for someone to get help from you, from the foundation, get service from you or money from you to help pay for what service they need, how does someone go about doing that?
How to get
to you?
Okay, we work directly with the social workers of the different hospice organizations out here.
Okay.
There's Hospice Compasses.
Right.
There's Avalon Hospice.
Right.
There's Willowbrook over in Bedford County. There's Lincoln County Home Health and Hospice. And the Avalon also has one in Winchester and in McMinnville that we service. And the nurses will see a need, and the social workers will see a need for help either with their electric bill, or maybe they need food in the house.
Right.
Something that Medicare doesn't pick up. So they will send in a request to us, and then we will write a check.
So really, you don't have individuals coming to you saying, "I need help."
No, they go through the hospice
organization. Well, that's great. So that means whoever comes to you, you don't have to vet them.
No.
They've already been vetted. They're already into the system, and this is extra help that these folks need to be able to be comfortable
in their home.
In the final days of their life. And what a great thing
and last year
to
alone,
be able to do.
Last year alone, we did $73,000 worth of
that's incredible
grants to different patients. So we really could use the help
at the fun run.
At our fun run.
And give us a date on that again.
It's October the 12th out at Tim's Ford State Park. And the race starts at 9, but registration starts at 7:30.
7:30.
And the fee is $35 per individual, or if you have a group of 5, it'll be $20 each.
Okay.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Judy Jenkins, who is helping coordinate the One Day of Hope event coming to the Coffee County Fairgrounds next weekend. Manchester Alderman Marilyn Howard will tell us about this day of fasting our governor has proposed next week, and we'll hear about a Tennessee Crafts exhibit coming to the Tullahoma Arts Center starting this weekend. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Select GMC Sierras up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1941 at 91 degrees. Record low was in 1972 at 37 degrees. Average high on this day is 77 and the average low is 52. Clear weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 66. Sunny weather in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 95 and a low of 65. And on Thursday, sunny weather again in the forecast, this time with a high of 94 and a low of 64. And that's our news leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.